Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new Call of Duty video. So today was actually the reveal of Battlefield 2042. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the trailer. The gameplay trailer will actually be happening on Sunday the 13th during the Microsoft live stream at E3. And right now, in typical fashion, the Call of Duty community and the Battlefield community are at war, arguing about which game is going to be better and saying that Battlefield is going to kill Call of Duty. Really, both games can and should exist in harmony. Call of Duty is certainly not going to be killed by Battlefield. Literally every single Call of Duty game ends up being the best selling game of the year. It's just how it is. Call of Duty is not going anywhere, especially since Warzone released. It's been at a massive high point. But what I want to talk about today is we have some new leaked information about Call of Duty Vanguard. So it seems like this year's Call of Duty game developed by Sledgehammer Games will not be called World War II Vanguard and will simply just be called Call of Duty Vanguard. Let me know if that sounds better in your own personal opinion. I do like that it is a bit shorter, and I find it really ironic that this leak came out today, literally an hour or two before the Battlefield reveal. It really seems like this was planned by Activision and was a way to try and bring focus away from Battlefield and over to Call of Duty. So the reputable gaming outlet VGC Sources posted an article that I will leave linked to down in this video's description. They have been bang on with pretty much everything that they have covered in the past, and the article states Call of Duty Vanguard is skipping E3 as Warzone prepares for World War II. So they said Activision will not reveal its new Call of Duty game during the all-digital E3 2021 event this week, VGC understands. Instead, the publisher has opted to reveal its next premium FPS entry later in the summer, likely via an in-game event in the free-to-play Warzone experience, as it did last year with Black Ops Cold War. So we already know this thanks to data miners who have jumped into the files of the game. Apparently, World War II Vanguard is going to be revealed sometime during Season 4, probably the latter end of Season 4 in August, inside of Warzone, and the event is going to feature some sort of train, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that event. Although World War II Vanguard is not going to be revealed at E3, Season 4 for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone is going to be revealed tomorrow as a part of the Summer Game Fest, which I guess is a bit of a prequel to E3. The article goes on to say that obviously the game is developed by Sledgehammer Games, we already know this, and is currently on track to release on current and last generation consoles plus PC in November. So they will be going for the traditional November release and not for October like some of the recent Call of Duties have. And yeah, it's pretty obvious that it was going to be on last generation consoles too. I do hope that it was primarily developed for current gen consoles though, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, as well as PC, because last gen consoles are going to hold back the graphical and gameplay fidelity. I do wonder whether Sledgehammer Games will be working on the last generation version too, or whether they're instead going to be getting a different developer to help out with it, which means that the last generation version may end up being very ugly, especially because the article does go on to say that virtually every single internal studio at Activision is now working on Call of Duty. Recently, Activision unveiled their plans to hire 2,000 new development staff over the next 2 years and triple the size of certain teams, most likely those working on Call of Duty. In April, the Crash Bandicoot 4 studio Toys for Bob confirmed it would be supporting the development of Call of Duty Warzone, which led to one former contract character designer claiming that they had left the studio, along with everyone they had worked alongside with at Toys for Bob. Activision later denied claims that Toys for Bob had suffered layoffs and said it would continue to support Crash Bandicoot alongside its new role on Call of Duty. So it seems like Activision are putting all of their eggs in one basket, because Call of Duty is doing really well right now with Warzone. Even Black Ops Cold War, although it does receive a bit of hate online, it's still done pretty well, and even if it wasn't doing well, thanks to the paid bundles and the Battle Pass, they're still generating a lot of money from Warzone, and Call of Duty Mobile is making a ton of money too, and recently they did announce that they are working on another Call of Duty game for mobile. So yeah, Activision are putting all of their developers, all of their studios to focus on Call of Duty, and I just don't think this is a good idea. You really shouldn't put put all of your eggs in one basket, Activision need to be branching out and having other successful IPs too, instead of stopping supporting their past IPs and instead just putting all of their focus on Call of Duty. This is not going to end well. It doesn't matter how successful Call of Duty is, they really shouldn't be putting all of their attention into one thing, because the second anything happens, everything is going to come crashing down and crashing down fast. Yes, Call of Duty is very successful, and even during its down years, it was still very successful, but like I said earlier, it's just a bit risky to just put all of your efforts and finances into one thing. Anyways, the most interesting thing that comes from this article is that VGC said Vanguard will feature a campaign, multiplayer, and a zombies mode set in the European and Pacific theaters of World War II, with its plot centering around the birth of modern Allied special forces. So yes, zombies is going to be in World War II Vanguard, or just Vanguard should I say, and I've been speculating about this for a while because there's been recent rumors that Treyarch are actually going to be assisting Sledgehammer Games on this zombies experience. This is not confirmed information, but recently the Chinese leaker known as Victor over on Twitter responded to someone about Vanguard zombies featuring the same perks and mechanics from Cold War zombies, in which he seems to have confirmed that that is indeed the case. So it seems like Vanguard Zombies is most likely going to be a prequel to Cold War Zombies and will probably feature very similar gameplay mechanics with the salvage and stuff like that, and also it will probably have the exact same perks, considering it's going to be in the same storyline and the same timeline now that all Call of Duties moving forward are going to be set within the same universe, it looks like. But yeah, it's not confirmed that Treyarch are going to be helping out with Vanguard Zombies, but it is looking really likely. Maybe not the entire team over at Treyarch, but maybe there's just some specific people that are overseeing Sledgehammer's project, especially because it's going to be set in the same storyline. They will obviously have to oversee it and make sure everything is lining up with the canon and stuff like that. So Treyarch might just be overseeing and assisting as opposed to, you know, being a full-on developer primarily working on the mode, because obviously Treyarch are probably already starting on their next Call of Duty title, probably another Black Ops title, Black Ops 6 or whatever they decide to call it. But yeah, they've confirmed that the campaign is going to be set in the European and Pacific theaters of World War II, which I'm really excited about. And we know that some of the campaign is going to be set in the 50s, but what is even more interesting is that apparently there is going to be a brand new Warzone map releasing alongside Vanguard's release in November. So obviously Black Ops Cold War's new Warzone map of Verdansk 84 released months and months later. Well, apparently the Vanguard integration with Warzone is going to be happening directly on its release, which I'm sure fans should be excited for. So the article says the last year's COD entry Black Ops Cold War scrambled to integrate with the hugely popular Battle Royale game, which launched just 6 months earlier, with its weapons causing messy balancing issues at launch and a modest update to the existing Verdansk map not arriving until months later. For 2021's game, Sledgehammer has had far more time to prepare for Vanguard's Warzone tie-ins, and we understand it has a significant amount of content planned for the Battle Royale game, which will officially transition to a World War II setting just months after shifting to the 1980s. The plans include an entirely new Warzone map, the series' largest and most ambitious to date, this time planned to coincide with the release of the game rather than arriving months later. The Vanguard map is said to be set in the Pacific Theater of World War II and is significantly larger than Warzone's current Verdansk environment. New vehicles will be added to cater to the huge size of the Pacific map, we were told, as well as technology updates powered by the Modern Warfare engine. Both Vanguard and Warzone will share technology, unlike 2020's Cold War. So Vanguard's engine is going to be on the Modern Warfare's engine, and most likely the movement and stuff like that is going to be the same as well, so that it transitions more smoothly into Warzone. And I don't know what to feel about this. Obviously, Modern Warfare's engine has more graphical fidelity, but at the same time, I don't really want the gameplay to be slowed down. I don't really like Modern Warfare's movement, and especially if they're going to be having a zombies mode, I don't know how that's going to feel on Modern Warfare's engine. Certainly for things like shooting the zombies and the graphics, that's going to be a lot better because Modern Warfare has the best gunplay out of any of the other Call of Duties, but in terms of the movement and training and stuff like that, it might feel a bit clunky on Modern Warfare's engine. But this does make sense since it'll make the transition and the integration with Vanguard and Warzone a lot more seamless. Of course, all of the weapons and stuff like that will transition over, and most likely there will only be World War II weapons as ground loot. I think it's going to be pretty weird using modern weapons and Cold War weapons in World War II, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. This all just seems so weird because we had the Cold War integration not that long ago with the new 1984 Verdansk map, and just months later we're then getting another new map, which I'm really happy about. I do think that a World War II Warzone experience is going to be awesome. Just imagine flying in fighter jets, blowing up buildings and all sorts of crazy stuff in a World War II setting on a large scale map. It's going to be awesome, especially because according to VGC, this map is going to be a lot bigger than Verdansk, which I'm very happy about, and that means it's probably going to support a larger player count, maybe even larger than 200, maybe even 250 players, which is going to be insane. I don't know how much bigger this map is going to be than Verdansk, but it sounds like it's going to be quite a lot larger. And honestly, I'm seeing a lot of people hating right now about Call of Duty going back to World War II. Honestly, I'm not really bothered, and I think it's going to be pretty fun in Warzone. I do think that the World War II era is an amazing era to explore on a large scale map, especially because they're going to have a lot of World War II vehicles and stuff like that introduced. And what's more is that Victor is seemingly teasing on Twitter that there are going to be destructible dynamic environments with the World War II integration into Warzone. He didn't say that specifically, but he seems to have been hinting at it on Twitter, so it seems like we might be able to destroy doors, similar to in Modern Warfare's campaign. The reason as to why we can't do that in Warzone currently is because it apparently caused crashes and stuff like that, so it seems like they're going to update the engine and the technology of Warzone, so you might be able to destroy doors. And he seems to suggest that the destructible environments are going to be more similar to Rainbow Six Siege as opposed to Battlefield, so you'll be able to probably shoot holes into walls and buildings and stuff like that. The destruction is not going to be on as large of a scale as Battlefield, where you can destroy entire skyscrapers, but there's probably going to be some destructible dynamic environments. And I heard rumors ages ago, literally before Warzone even released, about Infinite Ward testing out having some kind of destructible environments inside of Warzone, but they couldn't get it properly working and stuff like that. So it seems like it might finally be coming with the Vanguard integration. And according to VGC sources, as he said, the integration is going to be a lot better than the Black Ops Cold War integration because they are on the same engines. So probably when the guns are added, there's not going to be any weird balancing issues and stuff like that. When the new Vanguard map is introduced, I don't know whether they're then going to remove Verdansk AC4, because a lot of people do love that map. But yeah, it seems like the Ural Mountains is officially cancelled. I don't think we're going to see it, unfortunately, unless we get to play the full map inside of Fireteam Eliminations inside of Black Ops Cold War, but we only have a few seasons left for that game, and yeah, it just doesn't seem to be getting that much support, unfortunately. It really does suck that the Ural Mountains map has gone to waste. I mean, we can still play sections of it in Outbreak and also Fireteam, but it's just not the same as having the full map in some kind of Battle Royale experience. If Verdansk does go, I'm sure Verdansk is going to return in the form of the Nuked version of Verdansk when Modern Warfare 2 swings around, the sequel, in 2022. I wonder whether we're going to get a World War II update for Rebirth Island as well. The last thing that I want to say is that Battlefield did come out and say that Battlefield 2042 has no Battle Royale mode within the launch window, and the developers said it is something that they will have to see down the line, but their focus is on core multiplayer modes for launch. And this reminds me exactly of before Modern Warfare release, where Infinity Ward said that they had no plans for Battle Royale and they were focusing on multiplayer, so I'm sure a free-to-play Battle Royale is going to be coming for Battlefield. It just won't be there on launch, it will release after launch, just like Warzone did. Especially because Battlefield is going to be featuring its largest map ever, which is apparently the same size as PUBG's Vikendi map. So they definitely could use that map, not just for multiplayer, but also for a Battle Royale mode. I'm sure a mode is probably going to be coming at some point. A lot of fans are saying that they don't want the developers to waste their time and they just want to focus on the multiplayer side of things, but at the end of the day, free-to-play Battle Royale experiences are absolutely huge right now, so I could definitely see DICE trying to create another Battle Royale mode after Firestorm wasn't that big of a success. And if it does have a Battle Royale mode, it will be interesting to see how it shapes up to Warzone and whether a lot of players will transition over and whether both games can retain large player counts even with them coexisting. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk talk about in today's video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below as always. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.